I started my banking career in the year 2002, and I worked in the bank for 8 good years. Back then, working in the bank was a trending thing, and I followed the trend actually. If you were in the banking industry in those days, people saw you as highly successful, but deep down within me, I knew that wasn't for me. I became very confused about life. I knew I needed clarity. I needed clarity. So what did I do? I went on a clarity journey. Because I'm a person of faith, I believe in God. I sought the face of God and God's guidance. And from there, I discovered that I love teaching, training, counseling, generally imparting knowledge to transform lives, just like I'm doing now. After this discovery, I pursued a master's and a PhD because I discovered that I loved teaching and God also instructed me. I even taught in Polytechnic just to put myself out there. I began my teaching career from a Polytechnic. I began to gain experience from there, and that was where my journey to global opportunities began. So today, I'm going to take you through my journey, what I did. And the first thing I did was to gain clarity. The first thing I did was to gain clarity. Clarity is the foundation for global positioning. Clarity is the foundation for global positioning. Because if you are not clear on what you're going to position yourself on, it's going to be very difficult. So you must gain clarity. So for you to gain clarity, ask yourself, are you genuinely clear about your path? Or are you just following trends like I did? There are so many trending careers today. Online, we see it all over. A lot of people just follow the trend without having the clarity that they want. Does that align with you? Is that what you actually wanted to do? Just like I did back then. Banking was a trending thing and I followed suit. But along the line, I discovered that I needed clarity. I was confused. When you know who you are, who you help, what problems you solve, and what results you deliver, doors begin to open to you. I knew I wanted to impart SMEs and entrepreneurship. That's my area of focus. That's what I discovered. My clarity guided me to teach, to publish, to collaborate, and volunteer strategically. That was my positioning journey into academics, teaching, publishing, volunteering. All these, I was using them to position myself after I gained clarity. If you want to gain clarity, you can book a one-on-one clarity section with me, because global opportunities and global positioning actually starts with clarity. Then another thing, what I did was I repackaged my CV. I stopped sending the same CV for every application because each role demands a tailored and strategic CV. I allowed my CV to reflect my position, not just my history. I repackaged my CV. I transformed my academic, volunteering, and research experiences into a CV that spoke globally. Yes, you must package your CV after you have gained the clarity, you have set positioning yourself. You must use your CV as your positioning tool. You are not going to use one CV for every role. So I began packaging my CV for the different roles. I began packaging my CV for different roles. I turned all my volunteering experience, my volunteering internship, I turned them into my CV. Then another thing I did was I fixed my digital footprint, because my online presence is my first impression in terms of my bio, my profile, and my platform. They clearly communicate value. I make sure that my LinkedIn, my Google Scholar, my ResearchGate profile reflects my skill, my achievements, and my focus area. If you put your name in Google, what comes out? Yes, if you put your name in Google, does anything comes out? So that was what I did. Remember, visibility is your currency. Online visibility is your currency. Which online can we find you? If you're an academic, are you on ResearchGate? Are you on LinkedIn? Those were the steps that I did because I'm an academic. I refined my LinkedIn profile. I made myself Googleable. I started publishing. I started putting my works out there, my research work. I started putting them out there. I began attending seminars, conferences. I began gaining the visibility that I wanted. People forget, but documentation speaks. So if you're an academic like me, publish articles, give insights on your profile, on your research, and even share your small win. Just like I did, I published, collaborated, volunteered, and I began supporting SMEs in my communities. All this I put in my CV based on my research in strategic orientation and performance. Then my work began to travel. My name began to travel even before me. Yes, that is what putting your profile out there does. When you put yourself out there, your results will begin to travel. Your name begins to travel even before you. So documentation is your currency. Documentation is begin to document your experience, your volunteering. Start putting them out there. Put them online. Then become Googleable and start building authority. Yes. Become Googleable and start building authority. When somebody searches your name, value must appear. Is that the case for you? Are you sure? When I put your name in Google, does value appear? If you Google my name now, Abimbola Adegbuyi, you will see all my values, all my published work, all the seminars I've done, my impact, you see. So is your name Googleable? If you put your name in Google now, are we going to find your value? Will your values appear? Global opportunities often starts with a Google search of your name. Share what you know consistently. Whatever you know that impacts people, that gives value, start sharing it. Whatever you know that gives value, that impacts people, start sharing it. It doesn't have to be something bogus. It doesn't have to be something huge. As long as you can put yourself out there, start putting it out there. Then collaborate strategically. Like me now, I publish with different people, different authors. Start collaborating with people. People will begin to refer you. When you collaborate with people, people will start knowing you. They start referring you. They see the work you do. They begin to know you. Collaboration is visibility. So start collaborating, start networking. Begin to put yourself out there. Attend both online and offline seminars and conferences in your field. Then I became a lecturer. I went all the way to Republic of Benin to teach. Later, I came back to Nigeria because I've packaged all my experiences in a CV, and a University Republic of Benin found me, and I was given a job because I'm able to package everything I had in a CV, and I put it online. I began sharing it until I was found out. Then after that, I came back to Nigeria. I got another opportunity at Covenant University back then in Nigeria. Also, back then, I was also an entrepreneurship coordinator for my school. I was preparing students for a grant, and we won. All these were putting me out there. All these were putting me out there. I was doing everything to put myself out there, to give visibility. I was putting my values out there, teaching people, coaching people, helping to package grant, teaching people about entrepreneurship, consulting for SMEs. All these were putting me out there. Eventually, I got a global opportunity in the United Kingdom. That is where I am now. The interviewer had Googled my name and they saw my value. In the interview, in fact, the interview was not even an interview. The interviewer said, "We've seen your work online. We've seen your values online." That is the way to attract global opportunities. That is the way to attract global opportunities. By putting yourself out there. Can they say, "Oh, we've Googled you and we found you on Google"? Is that your own story? Global positioning is not magic. It is clarity plus confidence plus competence plus visibility plus consistency. So my story has been of clarity, confidence, competence, visibility, and consistency. Can you see? So here are the principles that helped me. I taught, I was volunteering to teach, I published with other people, other authors, I collaborated, I volunteered, I networked. I built authority in SMEs, that is, small and medium enterprises, and strategic orientation. I attended conferences and I spoke publicly. I put my work online and offline, and the result is what I am saying today. Doors have started opening for me in terms of fellowship, grants, speaking opportunities, and teaching roles. Global clients and institutions could see my value even before I spoke. Yes, global clients and institutions, they saw my value, they even saw me, before I was even invited. So here are the key principles for your global positioning. To attract opportunities, define clearly what you do, who you help, the problems you solve, the results you deliver. Visibility is your microphone. Hiding is no longer humility. No, hiding, I don't want people to see me, is no longer humility. It is self-sabotage. Visibility comes through publishing and sharing insights, volunteering, speaking, industry participation, collaboration. Even if it is faith-based contribution, in your faith-based group, your contribution is recognized. Either maybe you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, your experiences, they count, and you can put that also in your CV. Then internship and mentoring. I have a mentoring program. I'm an SME consultant. All these help me to put myself out there. So your name must show up before you speak. That is global positioning. When your name shows up before you speak, that is global positioning. And I want you to always remember that you already have what it takes. Use these 5 tricks: clarity, repackaging your CV, fixing your digital footprints, publishing your value, putting your value out there, not necessarily publishing like an academic like me, putting it out there, and becoming Googleable for doors to begin to open for you globally. If you want personalized guidance, book a one-on-one clarity section with me, and I will help you to start your journey. There will be a link in the description box. Use that link to book a one-on-one clarity section. Global opportunities are waiting, but you must take yourself out there. You must make yourself visible, valuable, and consistent. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Remember to like, to subscribe, and put on your notification. I will see you in my next video.